Well, hello everyone. How are we doing today? August the 5th. We are a Tuesday right after a long weekend. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's see here. I'm going to see how many people happen to catch the fact that I'm going live early today. Originally it was going to be 6:30, but I have got one daughter that is going to be on the 5 o'clock ferry, walking on with a friend, and so therefore I have to be out at the ferry terminal at 6:30, not here creating. So I thought it's okay. I'm going to pivot. Hopefully everyone happened to catch my post there. If not, there's always the replay. Hello, Stacy. Welcome. I'm glad you're catching me live today too, and I'm early. So we'll see how many people end up catching me live today. My name is Sue Phillip. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Victoria, BC on the west coast of Canada. And I'm excited to be bringing you 25 days straight of lives. We are on day 16. I had a little post a couple days ago on, what you guys would like to see me create over the next, well, we've got, 9 days left. So I wanted to see, 10 days left, sorry. I wanted to see what you guys wanted me to create, and one of the requests was doing something with vellum. So vellum we are going to be working with today. It is going to be kind of the star of the card today. I'm going to show you some tips on actually stamping with vellum, not only with, say, silver embossing powder, but we're going to be also stamping some colored ink on vellum. So I'm going to show you some tips on that as well. So we Stampin' Up! Actually does not have the cardstock vellum anymore. Believe me, I'm putting in a request to see if we can get it back, because it was the perfect, or it is. I'm cherishing the last couple packages I have, but it is a great weight. It's a cardstock vellum, so it's a little bit heavier. If you're going to be doing cards with vellum, it's nice if you can find a slightly heavier weight, especially if you are going to be doing some embossing with it, because the heat, of course, could make it curl a little bit. I'm going to show you a little tip on preventing that a little bit today. A few tips with vellum today. That's what we're going to be doing. But yeah, it's beautiful on cards as layers. We're going to do it kind of as a focal point, and we're going to see how it goes, because I work today. I end up going into work today, and then I went and visited my mom, and yeah, I thought I had another hour and a half or so, but we are rolling with it, and I've got some products that I want to share with you that have been discounted a lot as of today. Okay, something with vellum. Yay! I'm glad you guys are excited about the vellum. So what you may not know is that today in the Stampin' Up! World, we had two things happen. Actually, three. One, if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you had access to the holiday catalog and the online exclusives to purchase items from there. So this is another reason why, if you haven't signed up and you just want to just get products at a discount and get them early, now is a great time to do it, because you could still access all that stuff before it goes live on September the 3rd. You could get all that stuff and put it in your starter kit before then and get it for a great deal. And then you shop at a discount all the time, which is nice, right? So as demonstrators, I put in my order last night, ordered all the goodies that I love from the new holiday catalog and online exclusives. They are amazing. They're going to be, to public, they will be ready live September the 3rd. But I do have a product share, and I'll share that with you in a bit. But that was just the first thing. That was I was lucky. That was for me today and all of the people on my team. And then today they started a in-color sale. I'll show you where you can find that, right? And then they also added new items to the last chance list. So probably a year or so ago, they switched it out. You may have thought of it as a clearance rack before, but now it is the last chance list. And there is some products, one set of dies in particular, that I have been using during some of my lives, and they have them half price right now. So I want to show you those. We're going to use them today, as well as a bundle that is called Twisted in Time, and it is a stamp set and it is a set of dies, and again I think it is 40 or 50% off, as well as some other stuff. So I thought that I would show you where you can get the good deals. I am going to, I think I can, let me see here. Oop, hold on, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back to here. I want to be able to share my page, and I did not. Let's see if I've got all of my windows and stuff open. I don't. Let's see. Just let me play for a moment and I will figure this out. I think share. I think I can share right here. I think. Okay, we're gonna try. We're going to try and see what happens. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. We want to cancel. I want to be able to share my screen with you. Come on, where are you? Is it this one? New, share screen. Okay, I found it. Online inclusive and new kits. Yes, I'm going to show those, okay? So we're going to take a minute before we create our vellum creation. And I share with you a whole bunch of vellum tips, and I just want to show you where you can find some of the good stuff, okay? The sale stuff, the good stuff. Here we go. Okay, so requesting, allowing. Okay, let me blow this up so you can see it big. That's not what I wanted to do. You're probably just seeing my screen there. Let's see if I can. There's what I wanted. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're gonna blow this up. There we go. Hopefully you can see this. Yes, that's not what I wanted you to see. Let me just see. Sorry, this is the view that I want you guys to see. There we go. Okay, so here is the just your basic landing spot for the Stampin' Up site. And if you go on here and you can check out, first of all, if you're looking to find out where I am, you would just go like find a demonstrator and you would punch in, here we go, a little Sue, Philip, let's see, there we are, click on here. So if you're shopping online, you want to be part of, getting my free fun fold kits, all that stuff. You're within Canada, then that's what you want to do. And then you will see me here, shopping with Sue Phillip. That's me. I'm going to show you the specials that are on right now. You can see we have got an in color product special. But what I wanted to share with you was there is more than just your basic in colors. Okay, so if I go to special and I go to the in color sale, it is not just cardstock, inks, and ribbon, things that are in the actual just the colors of the in colors. It is products that actually contain those colors. So that's what I wanted everybody to know. Like, we have got this new kit, which is the Bunch of Thanks kit. It has an in color in the papers, so therefore it is on sale. Okay, same with our refills. All of these items are discounted, like this birthday fancy kit. Like, if you haven't got this kit yet and you want to grab it when it's on sale, I have a full PDF for you that gives you all sorts of additional alternative projects, and you would get that emailed to you for free. okay? Because me and Lori did a collaborative event on that, and I have a PDF for that one, so you would get it, okay? But you can see, like the new Painterly Pears, I picked this up. It was on sale. Floral Charm, I got a package of that too. So just because it has the in color within the product, it is on sale. Now, what I thought might be on sale was the month-to-month retreat. It is an exclusion. They are not including that for the sale, but this washi tape, which is amazing. And then you've got your two-tone cardstocks. You've got some things that are already on sale, like the Good Times Mix and Match. They have marked that down even more. Yeah, your blends. We have got spots here because there is one of the colors in there. It is on sale. Of course, all of your in color products, but also check out these designer series papers as well that are on, and there is pages of it. So don't be fooled by thinking you're just going to see cardstock, ribbon, ink pads, and markers. You are going to see so much more, okay, than just those things, and they're all on sale. So that is the first thing I wanted to show you, and there's a couple more pages. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I just want you guys to see where to find them. So there's the specials there, and then they added, my mouse has been acting funny these days, last chance list, our last chance products. That is like our clearance rack. So these things are literally their last chance, and they will do discounts on them. And sometimes when if they're still on the product, on the last chance list for a month or so, they might discount them a little bit more. It all depends. But this is what I like to do. You can actually see things that are 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50% or more. I like to start at the 30% because 30% is a pretty good discount, right? So I like to start there, and you'll see some things that I've been using during my 25 days of lives. These fancy border dies, they just popped those on there. They were $47. Now they're $32.50. I just used them the other day, okay? There was another stuff that, this one here. Whoop, my mouse is going fast. This one here, this stamp set, adorable, and it has the matching dies as well. If you just punch in the bundle, it'll be regular price, but if you purchase the stamp set separately at $14.50 and the dies separately at $14.40, you're looking at a bundle for $28.90. That was pretty good math in my head, hey? That is a good deal. We're going to be using the Twisted in Time dies, and the stamp set is also discounted. That's the one I'm going to be using with the Vellum today. But these are, remember, what were we calling them? I know the real name is Around It All dies, but we were calling them like Corky Circles or something, some crazy circle name, because that's what they are, is they're these fun circles. So we're going to be using that. So here's the stamp set here, the Twisted in Time. It's on for $16.50. Okay, so you can buy the stamp set and the die separately. So just have a look through the last chance, because they added a bunch of things, and items that were on celebration, they have added to the last chance list at a discounted price. So there's lots of great deals, like your embellishments, like $7.70. That's pretty good. I just want to check out what else we've got. Ooh, the Otterly, if you love those otters, you want to get more paper, $6.80, right? That's a good deal. Our precious little friendly seagulls, I love them. Yeah, cake celebration dies, the wedding card dies. They have the stamp set in French still, but not in English, but you can still build a card just using cardstock and specialty papers. So anyways, I wanted to show you that. And then I'm going to show you one other thing, and that is the new kits, new arrivals. And these are the new kits that they have got. So they have got this one, which is Brighten Your Day kit. It is a beautiful card kit. you make 3, 6, 9 cards, and it's very delicate tone on tone. Look at that, with these gorgeous die cuts that are beautiful, that overlay, $24. That's a pretty good deal. Okay, and then you have got a home garland is what they added. All right, so that is where you're going to find all that stuff. And then the only other thing I wanted to share with you is my this is the form when you click on the link for my paper ribbon and gold shaker stars. I just released this today. I told people in the live yesterday, but I am doing a product share with all of the new papers and ribbons and twines from not only the new holiday mini catalog, but the online exclusives. And you know what? This is actually wrong, because there's actually 12 different designer series papers, which are the specialty, the glimmer metallic, and then just the plain specialty, or the designer series papers. I missed one. It was the snowflakes. So I added it in to the kit, or in this product share, but I have not upped the price for an extra package, an extra share in there. Okay, so you get all the ribbons, you get a quarter of all the ribbons, and you get a quarter of all the papers except for one you actually get a half package of, because I wanted you to have all of the die cuts. But it is $120, and I'm chucking in sparkle adhesive sequins. I love you guys to have the coordinating card bases. I always stick some in there. And then I've been using a lot of the two-tone cardstock lately, so I've got 10 different colors, a 6x6 sheet, a little sampler pack that I'm going to chuck in there too as gifts from me. Okay, so here is your full list of all of the things that you are going to be getting that are amazing within the product share. Okay, so check it out. It's going to be in the link. I think I added, oh, I didn't add the link, but I will after. And let's get back to, I want to get rid of my sharing here. There we go. Let's add this up. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of this. And there we go. We're going to get rid of that. Okay. So that is all the stuff, all the good stuff that I wanted to share with you. Okay. And I have seen that some people have already jumped right in with a product share. You will not be disappointed, because it's great to have a little bit of everything that's new coming out for fall, winter feel, and Christmas, without having to buy like a full package of everything. The 12 by 12 papers, instead of cutting them down to 6 by 6, I use a slightly larger registered mail, so that you can have actually sheets of 6 by 12, because then you can do some specialty folds and stuff with them. So I keep them kind of a larger piece rather than 2 6 by 6s. All right. Okay, so let's get to creating and doing some vellum. Okay, so vellum is the focus. I have been having a look at all the requests for the next few lives that I'm going to be doing, and I will get to some of them. Probably the weekend will have to be the things that take a little bit longer, and you know, are just like fun folds and stuff that I'm going to be doing. Okay. Are your PDFs available to purchase? Yes, they are. Terry, I have got, and I forgot to put my link. I always put my link, but I forgot. I'll add it, but it is in my link tree. So Linktree Sue's Paper Creations, and I will add that to the description of the video when I'm done. But I have got all of my tutorials on there from January until now. Yeah, so you can definitely get them. Doesn't matter where you live. I end up sending PayPal in whatever currency you're at. Okay, and you can do things virtual. It's a PDF, but it's also a 2.5 hour video. It's like we're just sitting beside each other hanging out, right? Love it. Okay, so vellum. It is a funny creature in the craft room. It's different feel. It is this beautiful translucent, I I don't know if you call it paper, it's more like a plastic, thin plastic, but it looks amazing on cards. You can texture it and see a beautiful effect. I may do that in the next few days, but I wanted to show you some tips on stamping. Because it is a slippery surface, you have to be careful when you are stamping on it, because what can happen, first I'm going to add just a little cushion underneath here when I stamp, but what can happen is the ink, because it's a slippery surface, it sits on the surface and it does not dry quickly. It takes quite some time to be able to dry. Okay, so I have got some tips to make the colors brighter on vellum as well as have them dry instantly, and I'm hoping this works out, because like I said, I came home and decided not too long ago what we were going to be doing, so we're going to see what it turns out like. But whether it turns out great or not so great, you will definitely learn some tips along the way. I promise you that. Okay. All right. So I have got, this is the Twisted in Time. And then I've got the beautiful dies as well. I'm hoping that I did bring the dies. Did I? Yes, I did. So I have got the dies that are in here as well. They're actually quite pretty. This one can, like, 2 pieces to frame in a card. It adds some detail. It's got this twisted trunk, which has lots of detail. You can either just stamp and cut out the whole tree, or you can stamp the actual branch or the whole trunk, the twisted trunk, and then die cut that out and do it in pieces. So it is a cool set. It comes with some thoughtful greetings, as well as it came out in the spring catalog that we had, and so therefore it has a little Happy Easter in here too. Okay, but I'm going to just do stamping. Okay, so I wanted to show you what the dies are, but I'm not actually going to use them today. I'm going to just do some stamping. I lost one of my little rubbery platforms on the bottom. I know that it is somewhere. I think it slid and landed on the floor, but I'm going to just put a stamp underneath. Look at that. All good. Okay. So I'm going to start with doing some layering. I'm going to stamp this first in soft seafoam. We're going to see what this looks like. I think it's going to be pretty good. And then we are going to stamp this detail with Old Olive. And then we're going to do this really cool twisted trunk in silver. What do we think? Okay. And then I'm going to show you how we are going to cut it out with some white as well. And it is going to give you the effect like a stained glass. It's going to look, I think, pretty good. We're going to find out. We're giving it a whirl. Okay. I have not done stained glass technique for quite some time, or even just stamping on vellum. It's been a long time. So when you throw out ideas, I love it, because sometimes it takes me back to things that I have created years ago that I haven't, used that technique or done that fun fold for a while. So I do appreciate all of the ideas that you put in, and I'm gonna have some fun creating some of them, that's for sure. I'm starting with this one with the vellum. So I'm stamping the ink right on the surface. Important to go straight down and straight up. Do not wiggle, because again, this is a slippery surface with the vellum. You can see a tiny, tiny bit of that color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some clear embossing powder. Here it is. So we used clear embossing powder. I'm trying to think when it was. It was probably over a week ago now, when we were just stamping just our regular ink, and we wanted to make it a little bit glossy and shiny and stand out a little bit. And you can definitely do it on just plain paper with your water base. It dries really quickly, so you have to be quick at it. The one thing with the vellum is that it doesn't dry quickly on the surface. In fact, it stays with moisture on the surface for a long time. So if I were to just stamp it and then I were to rub my hand across it, it would smear because it is the slippery surface, okay? You can use Stays On, but Stays On doesn't come in all the pretty colors. So I wanted to show you how you can stamp on the vellum, add some clear embossing powder to it, and then we're going to heat it up. And to heat it up, tip number 2 is I have got a clipboard here, and I have got some aluminum foil underneath. So often if you hit your heat tool, I should actually get out the new one. I've got the old Stampin' Up! One, which was just one temperature and it was just hot, with the newer one, which they've had for years now, but it actually has 2 different heat settings. One that's not so hot, that is perfect for vellum, and then one that is the regular. So I'm just going to go for it with the regular one, and hopefully it doesn't curl too much. But what it will do with having the foil is it's going to make it so that the embossing, the heat comes off of the foil, heats not only from the top side but the bottom side, and so therefore it's going to emboss faster. So emboss faster means less heat on the vellum, which means not as much curl. Okay, so we'll see if that pans out. But here we go. I'm going to heat it up off to the side, and I don't have to do it too close because I have that foil underneath. And here we go. So you can see a little bit of shine. And it doesn't take very long. There it goes. Just make sure I get all the spots. Okay. All right. So with this stamp, it is a distinctive stamp. So it has, so now you can see, look, I can put my hand across it. That didn't curl too much at all. In fact, it didn't at all, which is beautiful. But it is glossy. See that? It's got that shine to it, and it's got the ink. Because it is a distinctive stamp, it has like a lighter and darker shading on it, so that's why it's not all the same glossiness, but it adds the texture to it. Like when you feel it, you can feel that texture on there, like layers. Okay, so that's our first. Now we're going to add, because that's dry, it's not smearing, it's dried with the heat like that, sets it. Now I can go over top with some fun leaves. So now I'm going to add some detail, and I'm going to add some fun leaves. Okay. I'm trying to remember I'm going to have to go up on top of this, and it's going to be a little harder for me to see. Let's see here. Okay. It is harder to see with the vellum, so I'm just guesstimating. I mean, it's going to look fantastic either way, but let's just go for it. There's no right or wrong, right? There's always just happy mistakes, happy accidents. Okay, so now you can see some great leaves on there, and I am going to, again, it's going back in the powder. And we're going to go over top. Now the one thing is I don't have to worry too much about, you know how normally with embossing you have your embossing buddy and you have to worry about, you know, just moisture on the page. The extra powder just kind of slips off the vellum, so I don't have to worry about it as much. Okay, we're going to heat it again. There we go. And you'll see the leaves go darker. There we go. And there is that color coming back all around the edges. And again, not too much curling, which is nice because we are on the vellum. Okay, so now we've got our leaves, all our different colors. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with our really funky tree trunk, and it's gonna go right down the center. Okay, and the branches are going to go over top and fill in all that white space. See that? It's gonna look so good. What was the second green? It was Old Olive. Yeah, it's gonna get more interesting here as we add the silver to it. Okay. Hello everyone. You're probably noticing I'm earlier than 6:30 tonight. For those of you just tuning in, I know I was planning on 6:30, but I'm doing a pickup at the ferry run at 6:30 now. So you get to see me earlier, and that means you may be catching the replay. Okay. Now I'm going to go right over top. There's a opening there for the trunk, and this is going to go right in here. I'm using Versamark. I'm going to let it sit for a second. Straight down, straight up, and let's add our silver. Now this should fill in. I haven't been too fussy about my placement, so we'll see how I go here. Okay, this is the exciting part. Oh, look at that. Amazing. Oh yeah. Okay. Look at that. Okay, wait till we heat it up. Now there's some areas that are a little darker than others. If there was bumps on the surface, then it does make it a little bit harder to get like a level stamp, because there was some raised up already, right, with the other colors. But watch how the silver is going to look beautiful. Okay, there it goes. The silver heats very quickly because it has that metallic in it. Just like that. It's that fast. Okay, and there we have got our twisted tree with our silver. Isn't that pretty? And all of our greens in there. Now, I just want to make sure, oh, you know what? The tips, and right here, that was really quick. The tips aren't quite. I'm going to just heat it one more time, because I want to make sure that it is good and heated. Let me just pick my right side there. There we go. There we go. There. That's what I was missing, was the tip there. Okay. Good with gold too. Absolutely. You could do gold, you could do silver, bronze, which look beautiful if you were going to do a fall tree with oranges and yellows and reds. Like you could do an orange with red leaves, or yellow with orange leaves, and then you could do gold or a bronze color. That would look beautiful if you still have some of that. Now I think we have silver, gold. I think we do. We have 3 metallic. So I think there is one in there. It might be copper actually, which would look stunning. Or we've got the black, the white, the clear. Yeah, so look at that. Now, it may be hard to see right now, but we're going to change that. This is where when you layer it up on white, you are going to see how beautiful this is going to look. So I just need a scrap of white. That's what I did not get. Let me just grab one. Nope. I'm going to grab another piece of white. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to cut a piece of white to use. And I'm going to do it the same. Let's do 5 1/4. Okay. So I have got the white cardstock, and I'm just going to lay it over top, and see now how you can see the colors and how much prettier that is than just having just the vellum. Okay, I want to do like a solid white underneath, and then I do have a beautiful backdrop that we're going to put this on, but I want to cut it out in a cool shape. Okay, I know I'm early, Lynn. I have to run to the ferry to pick up my daughter and a friend, so I am on early tonight for sure. Now this is that package of fun dies. These are them here, and these ones were the ones that were, I had it written down. They were marked down to crazy. Like, let's see, is it this one? Yeah, they were 47 and they are now down to 23.50. Yeah. The dies for this guy is now 25.50. They were 51, and then the stamp set is 16.50. So, like I said, some good stuff. So I want to make sure that these are going to layer up perfectly together. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put some white underneath it, and I'm going to run it through my cut and emboss machine with them together, and then they will match perfectly. So it will go through both of the layers. So I'm going to go and do that. You guys, you know, chat amongst yourselves, say hello. This is always a good time that if you have not been here before, give a little shout out. Let us know where you're from. Everyone can give a little welcome. And, you know, even if you've been here before, share where you're watching from. Okay. I'm going to cut this out. And oh yeah, this is perfect. Oh, I'm missing something. Okay, I need my other piece. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's looking good. Beautiful shape. Okay. I love it. Okay. So, I love the unique shape of these. Okay. Now, I had thought about, I think I'm going to leave it, but I thought about doing like the next size up. We did this for a butterfly card in the 25 days where I layered them up, and then I did like, it ended up almost cutting a little frame to go around it. But I think this is going to look beautiful just with a white textured background. But there is the piece that's cut, and see how that frames up perfectly together. So good. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of glue, and vellum is always one of those things you want to be strategic where you are placing your glue. Okay, what were the dies called? These are called the Around It All dies because they're just crazy. They're just crazy fun dies that have some fun shapes to them. Yeah, I like it. I know I'm early, Moira. I'm so sorry. I know everyone's like, you're early. I'm sorry. Yes, I have to run to the ferry in a little bit, so I had to go on a little earlier, but that's okay. I'm glad you're here, and you can always catch the beginning of this video on the replay. The very beginning, I'm going to use my glue dots where the silver is, so you won't see it. But in the beginning, you're just going to see, I actually went on to the Stampin' Up! Site and just shared where all these discounted items are on the last chance product list, as well as the sale that started today. So just so you know where to find stuff. Okay, because I don't want you to miss out on deals. Okay, I'm going to add another one here. So I'm using glue dots because they seem to be the easiest with the vellum. The ones that are awesome is if you get the paper pumpkin or any of the kits, you have the little tiny mini ones that are on the sheets, and they're even like less noticeable, right? Okay, we got Florida here, Ohio. It's amazing how we all come together. Australia, I saw, watching from Alaska. Amazing. Alaska, we may be going there this year. We'll see. We've been there before. I do love Alaska. It is beautiful. You're right. It is like close to heaven. Yeah. All right. So there we can see how it gives you like a stained glass look to it. Okay. When it has the white, it makes a difference. You can see through. Now we're going to layer it up with the dark cardstock. We're going to add in some white, some texture. Because of the twisted trunk, I thought that it would look really beautiful on this so swirly backdrop because it has, again, a little bit of a twistiness to it. And then with the basic gray, I thought it would pull out the silver. So I'm just deciding I may actually do it this way. I think I'm going to. I'm switching it up. I'm going to do it this way just because this is the card base that I grabbed that is opening up this way. And I think I'm going to add some beautiful iridescent ribbon along the side of it. I think that would look pretty. Okay. Now, put glue down on the glass mat, then took a makeup sponge and pounced it on the back of vellum lightly. Yes, you can definitely do that. I have done that before. I've just done it on a silicone mat, and yes, that works perfect too. If you do a very, very thin amount of glue on the back of your vellum, as long as you do it evenly throughout, you will not notice the vellum underneath there. So yes, that is a great tip. If you've got some places where you can hide it, like the silver kind of blocks out the vellum where the silver is, it's more solid, you can get away with your glue dots. But if you have nothing to hide it, then a good light film works perfect. And you could use a dauber. I was using a dauber the other day for my glue on my fine die cuts as well. I'll just pounce a little glue on them. All right, so we're going to do that. And then I do want to pop this up. So I'm going to add some dimension to it. And it will just, again, just put a little something in between our focal point, some distance in between the texture and the focal point, and it will make the texture actually stand out more, and the tree, like it separates the two so they don't get lost, you know, and it makes the vellum look like it's floating a little bit. I like that. Now I didn't look to see where I want to put my greeting. I should do that before I glue this down for good. I found in my all my little pieces these different shapes of dies, and I'm gonna see which one I want to work with. I don't know. I might just leave it as is with the ribbon. I almost don't want to disturb where the vellum is, and I think I would rather use it as a beautiful note card. Do you know what I'm saying? A beautiful note card, and then yeah, I think I want to do that. I'm going to do a beautiful note card with some ribbon here with just maybe a little bit of silver embellishments, and then you could use it. I think this would be beautiful for sympathy. It could be a masculine birthday card, retirement, but I think it would look beautiful just as it is. I think if we put a greeting across part of the our funky circle, it's going to take away from it. That's what I'm thinking anyway. You may think, no, put a greeting on there, but I'm not gonna do it. Sometimes less is more, especially if you've got a beautiful focal point. I think less is more. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. The swirl, it does. It works well with it, doesn't it? That swirly in the background. Works well with it. Okay, so for ribbon, I brought in, we used this one last night. All the 25 days they're all blending together. If you're just joining new and you're not aware that I'm in the middle of 25 days of lives and 25 days of giveaways, you can go back and you can, I'm just looking for my scissors. You can go back and search in my Sue's Paper Creations page. You can just search, I actually wrote it on a piece of paper. So here. I was writing all sorts of stuff on here, but you can search the hashtag 25 days of lives. Okay. These are measurements actually for a fun fold. So you're going to be seeing a fun fold this week with those measurements. Maybe you can guess which one it is. Who knows? I need my scissors. So let's see. There they are. Perfect. And we still have 10 days left. And then I'll be back to my regular programming. There we go. Oh yeah, this is going to be pretty on here because it's, again, you want stuff that's going to be kind of light and airy when it comes to with your vellum. And this is, I think, the perfect ribbon because it is light and airy like the vellum. And you can still see through it, but it adds some shine. I think that's going to be beautiful. I like it. Now, do I want it smaller bow? Maybe. Tighten it up. There. Yeah, that's good. There we go. So we've got a little bit of shine, and we've got, which matches and plays on the shine of the tree. See that? See that shine? And you can see the shine even on the colors, right? Because it's got a clear gloss over top of it. Okay. Everyone, the video freezing for a second. Nope, everyone's good so far. Love the bow. Perfect. Let's add a little, I think we need something that might be pretty because it's kind of got a greenish tinge to it. That might work. The colors remind me of soft sea foam, even though this is the antique pearls. They take on almost like a soft sea foam, which is our tree. I think I might go with those. I thought about using just silver rhinestones, but I think this will be prettier. I think I'm gonna go with that, because it'll bring out the green in our white and silver color combo here. So we're going to just go like 1 and 2, and then maybe we'll just put 1 onto the vellum there like that. I like that. Okay, so there we go. There is, it would be a beautiful sympathy card for sure. It is a different look for a card, isn't it, than what we've done. You're really seeing a variety. You guys are taking me on this journey as you have been helping me choose what you would like me to create each day, whether it's a fun fold, whether it's a technique. We went through the 3x3s. We went through the note cards and the boxes for things. It's been so much fun. And this is just, someone requested vellum, and when I saw that these circles and the stamp set were on sale, I wanted to just show you those before they're out. But I love these circles. They're so fun. And it's a different look than what we've been doing. We were doing a lot of bright stuff, right? With all of the monochromatic bright colors. So we are going a little softer today. And there you have some tips for vellum. So you can stamp your colored inks, your water-based colored inks directly on the vellum. Just add some clear powder to set it. Okay, tip number 1. Tip number 2, when you are heating the vellum, we want to make sure we have some foil underneath. It is going to stop the heat from curling it because it's going to set that embossing powder quicker, right? And then you can layer, you know, once the first level is all set with the heat, then you can add another layer on top, and you can go again with some clear, and then you can add a little bit of metallic over top. And then the last thing is just being aware of your adhesive that you use on the vellum. So whether it is the sponge and a light film over the whole thing, or whether it is you're lucky enough to have silver that goes through here that will hide glue dots underneath, you can do that. Now, if you're really stuck, and I really wanted to say, make sure that I had some glue, say, over in this area, I could actually now lift up this layer just slightly of vellum, and I could put a glue dot directly underneath my embellishment. So you can find, you know, you can strategically scatter embellishments across a vellum base, and then you can place glue dots behind those embellishments, and that will hide the glue as well. So there's a few different ways in which you can hide your glue. Okay. All right. So there you have it. That is today's live for day 16. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed sharing those tips with you. I will be back tomorrow at 6:30. Should be the regular time for the rest of the week. My life is busy, but I want to make sure that I fit in and get a chance to create with you because it's one of the best parts of my day. I really enjoy just unwinding, as we all do with crafting, and connecting with others. It's just one of those fantastic things that happens when you start to create. So thank you for joining me again. I will add my link now in the description when I finish, and it will have my Sue's Paper Creation link, which will give you registration to September's card club. There's only 5 days left on that one for registration. The new holiday product ribbon, and then I'm sticking in some little shaker. They're beautiful little stars that you can use for embellishments or for shaker cards. But as you can see, when I showed you at the beginning of the video, there is so much in that product share, and you get a little bit of everything. Holiday and online exclusives that are released September the 3rd without having to buy full packages. It's fantastic. And then the sale. You saw now where the deals are, and you saw what's on sale, okay, for our color sale. All right. Okay, take care, everyone. See you tomorrow, and we will see what tomorrow brings, right? Until then, have a good evening, and I hope you get a chance to have some fun in your craft room. Bye for now.